It started at a very young age. I started getting muscle spasms that would take me out for 2 to 3 days. Bedridden me. Couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. It'd kill me. And as I've gotten older, they've progressed into, before I seen him, they were as often as every 2 months. They were taking me out of commission. Just flat putting me in bed and I couldn't breathe. And it would come on without any exertion. It would just, I could simply rotate in bed and it hit me. Boom. And there was no relieving it. I was there. I went to, first you go down the road of, the doctor, and then he wants you to do physical therapy, and then I went different chiropractors and stuff, and basically they told me that it was just living life badly. I raced motorcycles, I drove cars the way I shouldn't have drove them and wrecked them. I haven't taken care of myself like I should have, and they basically just said, this is what you're going to have to live with. And I wasn't going to settle for that, but I wasn't going to go down the road of surgery. I was going to explore everything but surgery. Surgery to me is the last ditch effort before you die, and I was going to do everything possible to keep from having surgery. I mean, they tried to medicate me, and I'm not a pill taker. I don't like taking pills. I don't even take over-the-counter medication. I try to get over it naturally if I can. Sure, they could dope me up to where I didn't care it hurt, but it was still there. I could still feel the pressure, and basically it was just a medicated numb is what it was. But no, it wasn't fixing me. I actually became a prisoner in my own self. My wife and I, we enjoy traveling, and it got to where I was scared to travel because I never knew when it was going to hit. And that was my biggest fear, is I would be on an airplane or in Florida, completely across the continent somewhere, in this for it to happen. And if it did, I couldn't board an airplane. I can't even sit in a normal sitting position without just excruciating pain. So I became just a prisoner in my own self. It was terrible. I became very apprehensive about that. That I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to leave so many miles from the house, because if it did happen, I needed to get home and lay down. Skeptical, absolutely. I've never been a big believer in the miracle cure. Take this and you're going to get all better. But he came very highly recommended from a family friend who sent numerous employees of his own through here, and who he had sent through here have all went back to work. The ones that opted not to come through here are not working for him anymore because they are on disability. And that's what really opened my eyes to this. I thought, there is hope here. And when I talked to Dr. West, and he, after seeing my MRI on my back and stuff, he says, absolutely, we can do something for you. And it was just at first, like I said, well, we'll see. But I can tell you, even after my first treatment, I felt 100% better. And since then, my treatments have ended almost a year ago, and I can tell you I have not had one muscle spasm since. Not even close to back pain since the treatments. It's just like it's just gone. It's just gone. There's no pain whatsoever. In fact, the lady that sets you up on the table, she'd always come by once in a while and nudge me because I'd go to sleep. I mean, there is no pain whatsoever in this treatment. And that when I first sat down the first time, you were thinking that the whole, this be like a shot. Is it going to pull me apart or no? In fact, it's very, very relaxing. And then after the treatment, you get off the table, and I've never felt, I guess I've dealt with pain so much in my life and for so long, I've never been pain-free. And the first time I got off the table is when I felt like, wow, this is just amazing. I don't hurt anymore. And that was just after the first treatment. Don't go through another day of suffering like I did. Don't do it. Come talk to these guys. Absolutely come talk to these guys. And get your life back. I've gotten my life back. I feel like I'm back in my 20s, and I'll tell you, I'm 48 years old, and I feel fantastic. I haven't felt this good in 15 years. I haven't felt this good. I feel great, and I owe it all to SpineAid and Dr. West.